Good evening. This is Hannah Klein. Welcome to my podcast, Hannah Klein's Time. First of all, I think that we have to say happy birthday, President Trump. And actually, I have a special message for the United States Army to say happy birthday, United States Army 250th birthday. It's very something special, right? So before I start to talk about something about actually preemptive attack and also Khamenei and Iran, I would like to speak a little about Chiune Sugihara. There are a lot of, people who, of course, talk about Chiune Sugihara, and I was actually surprised that the people who share their stories are somehow related to Chiune Sugihara's visa. See, I actually do not want to take this as something probably like a real great thing. I kind of understand what probably Chiune Sugihara was thinking, but it's a special relationship that he built by saving lives of the Jewish people. This is very, very special. And I think that it's something that we have to be proud of in the first place. See, we could save people. And it's something that Japan can have as a hope. Okay, right now, Japan is in the bottom of the economy, politics, kind of foreign policy saved by the United States. Well, the United States gave one opportunity, but with Nippon Steel. I think that the Japanese government, or I think that Prime Minister, should be thankful for this opportunity. This is grateful, and this is a chance for Japan, the Nippon Steel, not just U.S. Steel, to have special relationship, economic ties with the United States. So, this is really, really special. I think that we have to be thankful for the secretaries and the president, of course. This kind and caring decision. And I actually have a word about car industry in Japan. What do you think of the car industry of Japan today? Well, actually, I suppose, I don't want to talk about what kind of car I have, but suppose you have a car which can kind of buy a cheap house, for example. And the monitor doesn't work properly. The brake maybe sometimes doesn't work. It's kind of scary. And why doesn't the monitor work at all? I am very deeply disappointed about this reality. And probably, I had kind of wishful thinking, but now I face the reality that the car industry needs some kind of improvement. And I don't exactly understand, but you know what? There is a kind of I have to say, people sometimes say there might be a war with the United States. See, this kind of wording, I think Japan should learn from history that they have to be grateful, and also at the same time, please learn what to say. I'm just, I'm tired of some Japanese people, really, who are tone deaf, who do not understand what's going on, And this is a serious issue of foreign policy and economic policy as well. And I don't know where this politics is going. I'm sorry. I am not humiliating anyone. But, for example, preemptive attack. I actually talked about this preemptive attack a few days before the actual attack on my podcast. You can listen to it. And I actually totally agree with Mark Zell. He appeared on my podcast. He's a GOP chairman overseas and an international lawyer. And he had a say. Well, he had a say about genocide as well. And yes, I had a special invitation for him, and that's why I think I'm very, very grateful that he came to my podcast. And I think that I believe Netanyahu is a great prime minister for this I have to say, attack. Yeah, this attack by Iran, not attack of Israel. Preemptive attack is not about attacking people. I mean, ultimately. And strategically, it's very strange to hear that in the news. That, well, like I hear Chris Cuomo, for example. I mean, I have no problem. Okay? I have no problem. I don't know why, but it really, really bothers me when I listen to NHK, TBS, whatever. And their thinking is that there may be escalation of the war, and that it's uncontrollable or something. I mean, please think about this. This is a very, very dangerous wishful thinking that we have. We could have. I mean, this nuclear program in Iran must be totally destroyed. And another fact is that Khamenei, okay, I heard the press conference of Israeli ambassador to Japan, Gilad Cohen. Well, I have known some people who directly know him, actually. And, but you know what? What he said as a statement in Japanese, I posted it on X, is actually very true. I mean, Khamenei has been targeting Israel, Zionist regime. Okay, this is not about Netanyahu. Please be careful when news say something. I just heard so many times, enough, okay? Escalation, it's a way to avoid escalation. What IDF is doing is to de-escalate the situation. Okay, this is a very, very effective attack. And actually, I had been talking about this for months, and Rabbi Michael Front, who was the advisor to Prime Minister Netanyahu during the first term, actually, he was talking about what Iran was. You know what? I was talking with him on my podcast. He had something to say. And this is some kind of threat that Israel has had. Okay? I'm not saying this because of some kind of influence by people. But please think. I really do not like memorizing. Okay? I don't have to memorize. I said in the past, well, when I'm just very stable and fine, I just memorize the whole paper in just 1 minute, 2 minutes, and then I rest. I guess I gave a recitation in English. It is not a problem for me. but it depends on what I say, really. That sometimes I just have to think a lot. But I'm very, I really think that Iranian regime must be totally dismantled as well. And this is another opportunity. One way, number one, is that Israel's just influence totally destroys the regime. Yeah, I think that he has to be killed. I'm sorry to say this, but he has no right, because he has killed a lot of Iranian people and hanged them on the crane. 400 people, hundreds of people were here. He killed Masha Amini, a girl who did not wear hijab, beaten to death. What do you think? I am just appalled at these NGOs of Japan and the journalists' lack of sanity. It is insanity. They don't care about these human rights of Iranians. Really. And they talk about what ethics, what IDF drew. Please don't. Okay? If you don't understand, just please don't do that. And I have invited Gorbanyak long time ago. He is an Iranian living in Britain, and I invited him for a reason. But you know what? Iranian people are facing danger to me all the time. And he walks around and he demonstrates for Israel. And, you know, he said, he talks about it, and he hangs like a placard on the train everywhere he does it. I mean, this is his life. But I think he's a very nice person. And I talked with him for about 30 minutes. You can listen to our conversation. But you know what? It's sometimes very important to try to really understand people. And this is actually something that Japanese ambassador to Australia, former. He did talk about this when he talked about the talk with Russia, for example. But anyway, he talked about, the ambassador to Australia, Yamagami Shingo. Ambassador Yamagami Shingo discussed this. It's very, very important to understand. Okay, just don't go away. Okay, see President Trump and don't nod. Okay, just nodding is not yes, then it's not suitable. I mean, people need to understand these representatives who are discussing all these. And I just really, really am thankful for Nippon Steel's agreement. And this is an opportunity for Japan to recover, number one. And for the United States, I mean, President Trump is, of course, thinking of the United States. But Japan is also, he gives an opportunity for Japan to think of Japan at the same time. And he negotiates. Well, I actually believe that he would not. Yes, one day. You know what? You cannot just say the conclusion because one person said something once. You have to try all the time. And I just do not agree with the discussion that the media is doing over the car industry at all. The customs. Okay? Japan needs a different approach. And also Japan needs to upgrade the quality of the car industry. I mean, the customs, okay? We cannot just say something in a hurry for now and then just go. This is something very, very terrible. that Japan might do, and we have to be careful and watch it all the time. So, by the way, I have to move to Al Jazeera. NHK, we pay subscription, okay, whatever, $200 about. $200 a year to watch Russian Today, Al Jazeera, both propaganda. Every day. No wonder people watch Free Gaza, Free Palestinian, Free Palestine, right? Their propaganda is actually Free Palestine. But actually, Free Palestine doesn't mean anything at all. I know some people who showed me actual Free Palestine. Actually, this is about Zionism, and this is not about Palestinians. And Palestinians actually is not Palestinians. I'm not humiliating, but please, we have to be careful, as Dr. Einat Welf points out, that Palestinianism that's happening in the world, that is anti-Semitism. Horrible. And this movement killed 2 precious lives. Okay? I had to recover from the shocking incident. I mean, I just forget to even cry. Okay? This is horrific. And I just did not have words, but I had a podcast with Leonard Grandstein, who is a retired lawyer, and he wrote a book, Because It's Just Right. You have to look it up, okay? Please watch my Linktree. Well, search Linktree and buy books from there. I have a lot of recommendations. Well, for example, Ambassador Michael Aron, my favorite writer, and Israel, the book that I really love, and everything. You can watch it. But I think that I don't know why, but NHK just shut out the information of Israel and just translate everything into this Qatari media, Al Jazeera. I mean, okay, we have to understand that there were Hamas members among Al Jazeera. Okay? There were Hamas members, terrorists, okay, operating as propagandists inside the media organization. And NHK is forcing people to pay for the subscription and watch all these terrible things. Another fact. NHK made one documentary, okay? No one talked about it very much. I guess it was very shameful. But it was about somebody who is related to Chiune Sugihara. I just do not understand, okay, why. But I will not say who, but I will just say something terrible that NHK made. And this is about Chiune Sugihara. And I just cannot believe why NHK could make such a documentary. Shamefully. I mean, this is not about, I guess, humiliation. I mean, this is a humiliation of Chiune Sugihara at the same time. And I talked with some people who are actually related to Chiune Sugihara. And they said, okay, we're going to talk about it because we honor Chiune Sugihara. So I actually do not understand the level of understanding of the Japanese people of this Gaza, war in Gaza. I mean, how many houses has entrance of tunnels, the games to kill Jews, Okay? UNRWA, Dr. Annette Wilf writes about it. This is a terrible terrorist organization that raises children to adults through, well, they're given refugee status regardless of what kind of life they have. And one thing is that they learn to kill Jews throughout their lives. Okay? I'm not surprised 60,000 people poured into Israel on October 7th. Okay? These people who were killed, brutally slaughtered, they were very kind to people in Gaza. They brought people to the hospital. And this is what Hamas, and the people, civilians who were motivated to commit terrorist attack, did to the, well, a lot of people say left-wingers, but I don't care so much about the politics. But you know what? The fact that these people who help, who support, who show a hand to a person was actually slapped and what? Chopped up, really. They chopped up people, okay? It's not very easy to commit such a crime. And it has to be very, very systematic. And UNRWA actually was taken over, as Dr. Annette Wilf say, okay? Annette Wilf. Taken over by the Palestinians, in her expression. And the Palestinianism is motivated, which is to kill the Jews. Okay? This is something that these people in Gaza have learned throughout their lives. They need to abandon this ideology. Otherwise, there is no way to live together. Okay? This is something terrible that's happening. And Japanese media, okay? What are they talking about? I don't understand the level of morality. They need to understand, okay? Probably they heard Dr. Annette Wilf. Well, she came to Japan in May, of course, and had a press conference. And she actually explained UNRWA to the journalists. What are they talking about? Okay? I mean, she's a very, very understanding human, okay? And we have to listen to her. And I'm sorry, please don't listen to the terrorists, okay? The Japanese journalists. They are like brainwashed or something, really. I am just so surprised, so scared of what is happening in Japan. This is not about sorry fact, but this is about the survival of the Jewish people in Israel. And Zionism, okay? This is something I have been humiliated throughout my life for using this word. And also, when I used the term, well, when I was talking with some people from Israel on former Twitter and X, like conversation, and then there is in between crazy Zionist apartheid, blah blah blah. Okay, do you really need to say those words? I am tired and sick of it. And just the level of it's vulgarness, I have to say. I mean, why people do become so vulgar online and talk in a manner that people cannot understand. I mean, I hope that you guys try to understand in a manner that probably Zionism. So I guess that you guys need to understand what Zionism is. And I just say this because not because I'm saying that promoting people to be a Zionist. I am not sure. Well, I'm not sure whether I'm a Zionist or not, but I do endorse the ideology, definitely, because it's a fundamental ideology to found a nation. I mean, this is a surprising ideology to me because I have been speaking about political ideology. I was talking about this at grad school, and I have to say that the universities are taken over somehow by progressive left wings and communists. Okay, I do not want to go back. Really, I'm just saying thank you very much. Just go away. That's it. Really, I mean, I saw the some articles. Well, I will not say everyone, but I don't like progressive left wing faculties in Japan. They harass people, and it's the same as Free Palestine. Actually, you know what? Look at those people. Uh, in Egypt, for example, they what did the Egypt authority do against the Free Palestine crowds? Okay, I I think that probably the Japanese media, starting with NHK, is brainwashed by Al Jazeera, and this is I have to say, media organization that supports UNRWA's ideology, which is Palestinianism. So I hope that Japanese people understand, really, this scary reality of the media. But anyway, I probably have to go. And so thank you very much. And then I have to say, Shabbat Shalom. I hope you all, like Jewish people, have peaceful, nice dining with family. But I am very sorry that it's a very difficult time for Israeli people to defend a nation. And I really have to say that it's very difficult. I texted with some of my friends about the attacks from Iran and so forth, but it's sometimes difficult to talk about this with them. But anyway, I hope you have a nice evening. I have to say good night, and to some people, well, it's like in like it's a dining time in Israel, and I have to say that it's probably the morning time in the East Coast. So good morning, good night.